Hi there, I'm Ryan Hamilton, Director of Government Affairs for the Minnesota Association of Realtors.
I'm Paul Egger, Vice President of Governmental Affairs for the Minnesota Association of Realtors. Thanks for watching this week's legislative update. With the legislature on their Easter Passover recess, we just want to give you a brief overview of kind of what the big issues are that remain, and Ryan's going to spend some time talking about what the second half of the legislative session will look like for us. I'll just start out just a little bit on the budget. The governor, the House, and the Senate have proposed very different levels of spending. So kind of one of the big storylines, or probably the biggest storyline for the second half of the session, is how are they going to reconcile their differences, which amount to really several $100 million in the overall budget. The second item that's going to be really interesting in terms of that's related to the budget is what level of tax relief will be part of the end of session negotiations. The House is at a level of $2 billion, and the Senate and the governor are both under $300 million. So there's a pretty big divide that they have to bridge. So that's going to be one of the key issues that we'll be watching, the media will be covering extensively moving forward. Now I want to turn it over to Ryan to talk about more what we focus on as well during the second half of the session.
So in our last couple updates, we mentioned the committee deadlines and what bills made deadline and what bills didn't make deadline. But now that the committee process is over, the action will shift from the state office building and the lower levels of the Capitol up to the chambers, the House chamber and the Senate chamber, where they'll be processing and bringing those bills that made deadline up for a final vote and then off to the governor. But just because a bill didn't meet deadline doesn't mean that a proposal is dead, so to speak. What we'll be doing is monitoring those floor sessions and looking out for amendments, and also speaking with authors of various proposals to make sure that they are or aren't, depending on how we feel about it, planning on making up floor amendments. And that's what we'll be up to at the Capitol in the coming weeks. Thanks.
Thank you.